Today, the Jordan Cove LNG project hit another big snag.
Now, this comes despite receiving conditional approval for the project from federal regulators early last year. So the proposed project would construct a pipeline from the town of Malin in Klamath County to an export terminal in Coos Bay. The project has seen highs and lows over the past 2 years, and the latest decision surrounding this project was made in early 2020 when Jordan Cove was forced to withdraw its application for a state removal fill permit. Now, in July, the State Land Use Board of Appeals reversed an earlier approval for dredging around the proposed terminal facility in Coos Bay. Jordan Cove petitioned the FERC, arguing that the Oregon DEQ had waived its authority to issue Clean Water Act certification for the project. Today, the FERC ruled that Jordan Cove had failed to request certification, and DEQ, quote, could not have waived its authority to issue certification for a request that it never received, end quote. The federal decision received an immediately outpour of support from opponents of this project, including Southern Oregon tribes, environmental groups, and landowners who have resisted granting easement to the pipeline.
Now, joining us now to discuss today's decision and what it may mean for moving forward, State Senator Jeff Golden. Thanks very much for being here.
You bet, Brian. Thanks.
So I know in the past you have not been a huge supporter of the project. Tell me a little bit about what this decision means and how could Jordan Cove have forgotten to make a request for something it was appealing?
Well, you'd have to ask them that last question, but I'll be straight out. I've been a very strong opponent of this project for years. I think it's been a terrible proposal for reasons we don't have time to go into right now. That was a pretty good summary of the legal trail. But beyond what the project and the proposal would do, and I think the false claims about the employment benefits for Oregon, was the process and the fact that this project applied for 3 different state permits, didn't get any of them, didn't come close to satisfying any of them, and said, let's go to the federal government and see if they'll just do an end run and roll over the top of Oregon. It's never happened before. We don't know what their legal strategy was, but today the federal government basically said no, and that's a huge day for I think the end of this project or close to it.
It's so easy to get lost in the alphabet soup of agencies involved: federal, state, DEQ, environmental, the Federal Energy Regulatory Commission. Bottom line, what do you think the company is going to do? It's obviously invested millions, if not tens of millions of dollars just to get to this point. We have property owners and people who might benefit from the tax revenue that this would generate along the line of this pipeline. What do you say to those folks who were in support, and what do you think will happen next in this project?
Well, I don't know what Pembina's next play is on this, because they really were going for FERC approval, FERC being willing to fight for them against the state of Oregon, and that was much more likely to happen in a Trump administration. So I don't know what they do next. To people in our area, I would say, I hear you, and since the decline of the timber industry, family wage employment has been a huge challenge in all of Southwest Oregon, maybe especially the South Coast. It's time for a major energy transition. In the South Coast, that probably means offshore wind. That technology is coming on strong. There's a lot of people who want to invest in that, and those are family wage jobs. To me, those are jobs of the future and not the kind of boom and bust jobs that the South Coast has been subject to for a long time. They can do better than that.
I know critics also said that the material coming through the pipeline was not even going to be used for domestic use. It was going to be used for international use. When you look at the future of that type of project, do you think another company might come in with another project and still try and take advantage of the price of natural gas in foreign countries and make a profit?
If it's a gas pipeline, it's going to get the same pushback or even more. Really, when you look at it, it feels a little like Oregon's been turned into a third world colony. You have a foreign corporation with foreign shareholders who want to really kind of devastate Southwest Oregon to send their product overseas with almost no benefit to the state of Oregon. And that's what it's been sort of tragic to see in Africa and other parts of the world before. And again, we can do better in Southern Oregon. And I think the new energy transition is that path.
Jeff Golden, State Senator, we appreciate your time today. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Now, we did reach out to the Jordan Cove Pipeline LNG project for comment or response to today's decision. As of this time, we have not heard back.